Hi, in this video I am going to cover some VueJS basics in line with other VueJS tutorials that I've already covered. In this tutorial I'm specifically going to cover a scenario where I'm going to use computed properties as well as sorting using the spread operator in JavaScript array list. So I already have a running application that has a dummy data initially, and then you can add rows like this. For example, just add one to show how it's working. There's no validation for dates at this point, date of birth. So if you see, the row gets added to the end. So what I want to do as first step in this video is sort this based on name. There I use a computed property and the spread operator because there's an existing array list. I don't want to use the existing array list, but create a new array list, a copy of the existing array list using the spread operator, and then do sorting on the new array list. In the process, my whole functionality actually changes because currently I'm using the index to locate each of these rows so that I can perform edit or delete. Because my sorting would rearrange the whole thing on the fly, index option will not work fine. So I already have an ID for each of these rows. I'm going to use that to locate. So let's get started with the sorting option first. So this is my dummy array, and that's the array which should get appended with new rows as I click the add button. So first I have to create a sorted list from the existing list. So that will be a computed property. So to do that, I have to say computed, and then I have to write an arrow function, and here my actual job starts. I have to spread my array list, in this case the object array list. So I have to do dot person list dot value. So this value is a convention of VueJS, but this part of spreading is a convention of JavaScript. So now I have the copy of the array list in this new variable, but we want to do a sorting. So there is a function like this where you pass two parameters, a comma b, and then you can use an arrow function here, and then say a dot name dot locale compare locale or locale compare, sorry, of b dot name. That's it. So this should do the sorting for me. I'll replace my person list with sorted list. So let me see what this does in my browser. So here's my browser, I refresh it. So I can already see it's arranged properly. So if I add a new row, it should get added in the bottom based on my alphabet. So I just add it, it gets added in the bottom. So I go for, okay, see, it should get added in an intermediate point after A and B. So this is 2023, right? So the problem is, if you see, you can already see the problem. The age is calculated wrongly. So I'll fix that now. So I go to, so here I'm passing the index. Instead of that, I'll pass the person.id, which is unique for each and every row. I go here, then there is another place here. I'll come back to that later once I finish this change. So here I'll say ID, and I can get rid of this row index for now, which is of no use. So now I'll use the filter function of array person list. I'll keep the person list as the base copy and then make changes on that. Anyway, sorting is going to be applied on the fly. Use the computed property on this. So person list dot value dot filter of p arrow function p dot id is equal to passed value, which also does the type checking, the three equals. So if you pass a number or totally different one, it would not validate. So I will allocate that to a new JavaScript variable temp person list equal to. Now I have this temp person list, and that will always hold one row. So I can confidently add 0 here for the index, and I'll do that for other properties because that's not going to change. I don't think I'd be worried about this because I'm not even intending to change that. So let me comment that for now. So these are the things that would change. So I'll keep it out of the equation. So select row is done. Now I have to do the converse in edit. So I will check for row index dot value because row id dot value, because it doesn't matter also if I don't check. I'll just check if the data is valid and I'll push it to the corresponding row, but I need to get again the row to find where to push it. So I'll get that based on, because I'm storing that. Okay, sorry, I need this because this is a variable that I'm using across methods. So row id dot value should store that so that I can pick it up here in the edit. So I'm sorry, so I need that here. So now I got the temp one. So now the same approach of 0 dot name, and I'll allocate the value that I have entered in the text boxes to that particular row, and I'm clearing off everything as ever. So that's edit data. So that gets fired when you save or click the edit button. While selecting your row, that gets fired, and then it puts the value on the controls, and then edit push those back to the respective row. I'm not worried too much about this delete data because it's already doing the job properly. It's using the row ID, so I'm not worried about that. Now the age is something that's where we started actually. So the age uses get age. I will comment, and it uses the calculate age. So I'll comment both of them together, calculate age. So that uses the map function. I will get rid of that and write constant get age as an arrow function equal to I pass one value, which is the DOB, and then write my arrow function here, body. So I will use the existing one, but now it will use the person, not the object's date of birth, but the variable that's argument that's passed here. So that should help. Now I go back to get age and I have to make the call, and I pass the person.dob, the respective rows date of birth. So I put that in simple braces. I probably have an extra one, so I'll get rid of that. So this gets the view variable gets rendered here. That's straightforward. I think I've covered everything that's required at this point. Let me switch back to the browser and see what's going on there. So here I have the browser starting from the beginning here. So this calculation is good. Yeah, so I can already see some impact of the change. Just give some random name, put a date of birth. That's probably unique to figure out. Yeah, that gets added in the bottom. So let me add one in C. Cas and unique date of birth. Let me do 2003. Should get added in the third. Very good. So I'll modify one of the existing ones. Let me make this instead of 16. So that gets transferred properly. It's 2008. I'll make this something in 90s. So I have to press the edit button so that it goes and sits in the second row. Let's see if that happens. So it should show about 34 years, right? Yeah, that happens. Let me add one and delete it to complete the full cycle. Add one in future. It's apt to be deleted. Let me select this. Good. Delete. Yes, that goes off. So that's what I wanted to cover. So I think nothing changed in the process. So we are fine with the change. So that's something I wanted to cover. Arrow functions, computer property, spread operator, arrow function with um, argument. So all that is covered in this particular code and the video. Hope this was useful. Thank you.